IDC is a partner of PLOOTO Project. We are the work package leader related to dissemination, communication, business modeling, exploitation, also two other tasks of standardization and training modules, which we do in collaboration with three other partners. Specifically, apart from the work package leadership, we are also leading the task related to the business modeling and exploitation, trying to support the PLOOTO partners to move closer their solutions and products into the market. We are also leading another task related to value chain mapping of the pilots of PLOOTO. So basically, what we did was providing a sort of stakeholders mapping of each pilot and then identifying the different types of flows across the different stakeholders and value chains, so material flow and information flow. And this has been basically a sort of backbone for the other work packages of PLOOTO to move forward and to develop the technical solutions. IDC brings its competencies and skills to PLOOTO Project through three main dimensions. So the first dimension is the market analysis with all our analysts and insights that we generate in IDC through the market research and big surveys and big interviews that we do in the market. We bring these market insights into PLOOTO, so to understand that how the market looks like, not only currently, but in the future, how is the forecast of the market, what are the trends, how the ecosystem looks like. And this basically helps PLOOTO partners to understand, first of all, if the products that they are developing are based on the needs of the market, and second, to understand that if and how the exploitation plans can be developed in order to make sure that the needs of the market will be satisfied in the future and the go-to-market can happen more smoothly. So this is one building block that IDC brings its value to PLOOTO consortium. The other building blocks is that based on this market knowledge that we have in IDC, we develop exploitation plans for key assets of the PLOOTO, but also individual exploitation plans for the partners. So all these key assets that have been developed within the PLOOTO projects, ideally the idea is that they should be launched to the market when they arrive at the TRL level, which is higher. We use our market understanding and market knowledge in order to design an exploitation plan that can facilitate this process. On the other hand, the third dimension is related to business modeling. We help the pilots of PLOOTO Project to map their business models, to understand that how they can define different building blocks of their business model, not only from, let's say, a resource point of view or from the value proposition point of view, but also from the financial point of view. So putting all these three things together, basically IDC act as an accelerator for PLOOTO partners and PLOOTO assets to launch their products to the market. What IDC can get from PLOOTO, so basically IDC works extensively with tech vendors and end users. When we talk about a concept like digital product passport, which is somehow an emerging concept in industry, engagement in projects like PLOOTO helps us to understand what's happening in the European innovation and research ecosystem, especially from a regulation point of view, because digital product passport is a concept that mainly currently has been triggered and has been initiated at the strategic level, but at the European level. So at the end, it's gonna end in the hands of the industrial users and end users. So it helps us to bring this insight into our clients, into tech vendors, to make them aware of what's happening in the European research and innovation landscape, what is going to happen in the future, what they should expect, and how they can prepare themselves for such a shift in the future. So digital twin, when we talk about digital twin, basically we refer to a technology that uses virtualization in order to establish a digital virtualization of a real world product or process or system with all its real characteristics in the physical world, that can gain the real-time data and can see that how would be the behavior of that product or process or system in the real world without really touching the real world product or system. So there are different technologies that are being used to, let's say, at the bottom of the digital twin technology to make it possible, such as AI, such as machine learning, and basically how it helps the industry is that it helps to understand the monitoring and the behavior of the system, to give it the real-time data, to understand that how is the feedback of the system, and then to design and monitor the system based on the feedback that we get from the system.
The Digital Product Passport, or DPP, is a powerful tool for sustainability and circularity. In a nutshell, it is a digital record that stores all the essential information about a product, including its origin, materials, components, supply chain, durability, reusability, and recyclability. You can think of it as the digital ID of the product, which is accessible through a data carrier like a QR code. It is intended to help businesses and consumers to make more informed decisions, improving supply chain transparency and traceability, and allowing a more efficient management of the products along their life cycle. It is part of the European Eco-Design for Sustainable Product Regulation, which came into force in July 2024 and represents a major step toward more environmentally sustainable and circular products. DPP will play an instrumental role in driving a transition towards a more circular economy. They will provide data transparency in the value chain, also promoting collaboration among different economic actors, closing the loop from waste to resources. Combined with technologies like digital twin technology like the PLOOTO platform, they will allow actually businesses to optimize their supply chain and production processes, improve design, and reduce wastes. DPP will also allow businesses to improve customer trust by making product information publicly available. They will improve innovation and design, making products more environmentally sustainable and customer-centric. They will help businesses mitigate risk, improving quality and fighting, for example, phenomena such as counterfeiting and greenwashing. And last but not least, they will also enable new business models and revenue streams, for example, through the provisioning of after-sales digital services. Ultimately, they will allow consumers to make more informed decisions and more environmentally sustainable decisions, so benefiting the society as a whole. So I would choose three words: partnering for a circular change. Partnering to really emphasize the need for collaboration, not just among the partners of the projects, of PLOOTO projects, but among all the different economic stakeholders, because the mission of our project is actually a shared responsibility of the society. Second word is circular, connected with circularity, which is really at the core of PLOOTO mission, sustaining this transition from a linear to a circular consumption model. And then last but not least, change, to really emphasize the need for transformation and for urgent action to build a better world.